Well, Growers Edge, I think, has made us more money by allowing me to survey the local bids that I'm in the area that I want to sell my grain. The local elevators and the ethanol plants know that this information is out there, so they've got to be competitive if they want to get the grain. You know, we've been able to maximize our return on our farm.
Good afternoon, welcome to GrainTV. My name is Cody. Today is the 24th, and we have the markets mixed here today, with soybeans actually trading a bit higher, up 4 cents on the day. Corn trading down 1 3/4 cents, and wheat leading the charge lower there, down 10 3/4 cents on the day. Let's talk a little bit about wheat. First, let's look at the December daily chart. This is a candlestick chart. Each one of these days or bars represents 1 day worth of price activity. You'll notice yesterday we moved higher, today we're moving lower. When you look into the reasons there, we did have an announcement early this morning. Deputy Prime Minister announced out of Russia that the government proposes to change the wheat export duty to 50% of the customs price minus 6,500 rubles per ton. They also announced that Russia could export as much as 30 million metric tons of grain this marketing year if the total production increases to 100 million metric tons. So when you look at that, what you're seeing is a cut in that export tariff. Expectations of exporting a significant amount of grain. In general, that's negative for U.S. wheat because of the competitiveness of Russian wheat, particularly as their currency is much less than ours, than the U.S. dollar. The strength of the U.S. dollar is working against winter wheat here today. The other thing that you also have that's kind of weighing in on this wheat market that's selling off is poor export sales, and we'll talk about that more in just a little bit. One thing I wanted to touch on today is ethanol production. Of course, ethanol production, this was released on Wednesday, so this isn't breaking news today, but I did want to cover it. Ethanol production was down 23,000 barrels per day to 938,000 barrels per day on average last week. Ethanol stocks did increase last week, up 609,000 barrels to 18.9 million barrels last week. So ethanol production, it did decrease, but it is up 7,000 barrels per day from last year during the same week, and up 67,000 barrels per day above the 4-year moving average. So it is relatively positive there for ethanol production. When you look at export sales, these were released out this morning, and you'll notice that corn and wheat both missed analyst expectations. Corn came in at 426,000 metric tons sold. That's down 20% week over week, so very disappointing, and also missing the range of expectations, which range between 550,000 and 750,000 metric tons. When you look at soybeans, it was very positive here, a very positive picture. A lot of good things in the news. Now, we started out negative on the day for soybeans. We were able to turn positive, closing 4 cents higher on the day. I'll talk a few reasons why that was the case. But right now, soybeans, 1.3 million metric tons. That's up 44% week over week in terms of export sales, and beat analyst expectations. So very positive there. And then wheat, disappointing export sales, down 20% week over week, only 282,000 metric tons. That was on the low side of analyst expectations. Now, we were just talking about soybeans, and you'll notice we were able to add some to the price here of the November contract. Why was that? Well, not only did we have good export sales this morning, but we also had a nice reportable sale of 313,000 metric tons of soybeans delivered to unknown destinations in the 15-16 marketing year. And then in the news, this is more a ceremony that this happens every year, large Chinese purchases of new crop soybeans, but we saw Chinese importers sign an agreement to buy 13.8 million metric tons of U.S. soybeans at an Iowa signing ceremony. The total value of that was $5.3 billion when you look at the value of the of that purchase. So those items in the news here today, positive, helping soybeans move higher, but in general I still think soybeans is going to suffer from significant selling pressure. I wouldn't be surprised if we go down and retest those lows in the weeks to come. Guys, that wraps up today's show. If you have any questions about what we talked about today, please give the office a call. The number is 877-472-4607. And remember, if you haven't done so already, take a demo of our 14-day free trial. See what it's like to have live quotes in the palm of your hands so you can view your overall portfolio, and you can keep track of any market opportunities when you're away from your desktop computer, particularly during harvest. When you're out and about, oftentimes these markets can move, and if you're not right there being able to pay attention, you can miss an opportunity. So thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll see you here on Friday for the weekly wrap-up.